Portrait de la jeune fille en feu.
Portrait of a Lady on Fire is a film populated by women, but haunted by men. Men row our protagonist, Marianne, into her memory, but leave 5 minutes into the film. We won't see another man for an hour and 40 minutes, and when we do, his presence marks the end of romance and friendship for Marianne, Eloise, and Sophie. In Portrait of a Lady on Fire, our protagonist's profession requires intensive looking.
Je suis peintre.
And we spend the greatest proportion of the film also looking at her. She is in every scene, and we frequently watch her in medium close-up. The camera looking directly at her, tracking along with her movement. Narrative films, especially romances, revolve around structures of looking. Eyeline matches relate the exciting apprehension of an emerging relationship. The camera brings the audience into the intimacy through close-ups. Marianne looks at Eloise to learn the details of her face.
Il faut le plus possible faire entrer l'oreille et bien étudier ses cartilages, quitte à mettre par-dessus des cheveux. Ce qui détermine ses formes doit être d'une couleur chaude et transparente, excepté le trou du milieu qui est toujours vigoureux.
But Marianne also finds herself falling in love through this looking, which the film communicates through its pointed eyeline matches. Marianne often seems to be holding her breath as she observes Eloise.
Oui.
The look is subjective,
Vous me voyez comme ça?
but also shaped by culture.
Il ne s'agit pas que de moi.
Comment ça, il ne s'agit pas que de vous?
Il y a des règles, des conventions, des idées.
These conventions represent the patriarchal society that limits the range of decisions available for 18th century women.
Vous voulez dire qu'il n'y a pas de vie? Pas de présence?
From Eloise's perspective, patriarchal society has robbed her of her presence, or at least robbed her friend's ability to see her presence.
Regardez-moi.
20th century film theory posited that in Hollywood cinema, the camera habitually objectified women characters. Women characters were to be looked at, while men did the looking. And the camera positioned the audience in the male protagonist's perspective.
C'est mon tableau. Je l'ai inscrit sous son nom.
However, Portrait of a Lady on Fire reveals the agency of the subject.
Pardonnez-moi, je n'aimerais pas être à votre place.
Mais nous sommes à la même place. Exactement à la même place.
For she has the capacity to look back. While Marianne looks at Eloise, observing her to facilitate Eloise's unwanted marriage, Eloise also looks back at Marianne. In being observed, she also observes. She also falls in love through the act of looking.
Regardez. Si vous me regardez, qui je regarde moi?
Eloise pushes Marianne to a bolder structure of looking,
C'était donc ça vos regards?
one more subversive. Marianne turns her face away from Sophie's abortion,
Regardez.
and Eloise urges her back. She asks, almost demands, that Marianne direct her painterly eye to this taboo act of women's agency.
Regardez-la. Oui.
art serves as a frozen memory. In an IndieWire interview, director Céline Sciamma says, the film is about the memory of a love story. Marianne and Eloise's romance takes place over a mere 2 weeks. At the end of that 2 weeks, they can only access their love through their own memories and the art objects that Marianne has produced.
Pour qui est-ce? Pour moi.
Eloise comments on how the art object will replace the woman.
Dans quelque temps, c'est elle que vous verrez. Quand vous penserez à moi.
The film bookends Marianne and Eloise's romance through mirrored shots representing inaccessibility. One woman looks at the other from behind, willing her companion to turn her head and look back.
Retourne-toi. Ça fait des années que je rêve de faire ça.
I'm Laura Ivins. Thank you for watching.